Welcome to Auburn, Alabama. A beautiful day for college football as the War Eagle cry reverberates across Jordan-Hare Stadium as their beloved Tigers are set to kick off another season. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Tigers ready to get this thing started and open the season. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He makes the connection. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are tonight.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume. It'll pay off big time in late in the season.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Gets it out quickly. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. And they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. He's looking downfield to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got room on the return. At the 20. Touchdown, Buffs. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Yeah, how about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on first down. Using the quick game.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up second and short?
Auburn lines up quickly. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to throw. It's Rudolph. Coming after it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to move it through the air. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Feeling some heat. It's complete to the right. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Rudolph. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Unloads quickly. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He's got it, and they convert. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the first down. You need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And the Buffaloes are on the move. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense on that play, sniffing out the screen pass. They had their eye on the ball. They're able to rally to the running back, a gain of no yards.
Coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. To the end zone, and it's picked off. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
From the gun, the running back has it. Showing off the arm. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn. James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants to run the football.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Gadecki. Still on his feet at the 45. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Handoff from the gun. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Auburn lines up quickly. From the gun, the ground game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, looking to pass. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed and unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the tailback. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the back. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shug Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the Plains.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Red pass, it's complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Now, you might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit them with a big run, now they hit them with a big pass.
And it's so hard to defend both. You know that. What's coverage going to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Back to pass, it's Rudolph. Gets rid of it. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Despite coming up short on the previous 2 4th-down attempts, this offense will try it here again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Quick strike complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
That's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that ball's incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Now on 2nd down after the good 1st down run. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll try to get it through the air. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Colorado.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
He turns it loose to the left. He holds it in, and nobody's close. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the 2nd half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Now on 1st down from the 28. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's Rudolph. Unloads it left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage, forcing that incompletion.
Wants to throw on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. This time it's complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And big pass plays like that are the product of an offensive line doing a great job in pass protection. That quarterback cannot read the coverage and get the football out of his hands to the open receiver unless he has time. So give this offensive line tons of credit up front for communicating and not giving up any ground. They are being so physical.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive. Trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Tackled, but he has a first down. 4th and 1 is one thing, but 4th and 2, sometimes the coaches sort of chicken out at the last minute. Not this time. They go for it and they get it.
I don't disagree. Just that 1 yard does make me think a little bit more. But, dude, I'm going for this. I work on this every single week in practice. I know I get the extra down now, so my third down calls are even different. But 4th and 2, I like the aggressiveness to go get it.
Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Got a man. It's Graham. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do once he has it.
Quarterback will audible. Looking for a man. It's Rudolph. Quickly complete. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Looking to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They are getting deep into the playbook. 11th play of the drive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. This quarterback part of their running game. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And the comeback is on. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. On the option. The pitch. Open runway ahead. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. And the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Rudolph. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Finds a man on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 32.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Now the pitch. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option.
We're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Colorado, 21, Auburn, 14.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. They're bringing heat. He'll try to do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You can clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football, and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bucks! That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boise State is getting handled right now at home. Someone needs to step in here, throw in the towel, and stop this fight. They're trailing by 14 to Cincinnati. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Rudolph. He lets one fly deep. Snags it on the right. Hit the afterburners, kid. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They have the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
So after the first down run, here's second down. Now on the option. Now the toss. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Caught close to the marker. It's good. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got it set up on the outside. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice. For this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Going over the top. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with 4th down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
The Tigers in the hurry-up. He'll take it himself. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. This is a designed run. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Motion from the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9.